Good afternoon, this is Steven with SG Saber Design, and today we have Jawa's Junkyard's Visons LOP, or LOP. Very classy looking hilt with the white and gold and copper and blue, with silver on there. I've seen this one before, but I've always seen this one in a polished version, but this one's a very kind of a satin or matte finish. Very nice looking hilt. This one's installed with a CFX, and let's go ahead and take a look. We do have a rocker switch here, got an activation, and our aux is back here, and because of the way this is designed, you cannot use both at the same time. It's either aux or activation or aux. So I'll show you how we got around that. This does not unscrew. You need to undo screws. There are 3 around the pommel, and then that would come out, but that's not necessary. So there's 1, 2, 3 that will be in there. They're not right now because I'm doing a demo. That you would take off, and then this handle slides off. These 2 silver greeblies hold the chassis in, and then there's 2 screws up here that hold the Tsuba and emitter on. So let's go ahead and open this up. So just kind of, once those screws are out, you're just going to kind of gently and pull it straight out like that. Don't twist. If you'll notice, all of these screws here are actual screws, and they do protrude ever so slightly inside the grip. So what I've done, rather than trying to modify all of those, is I just put a slight flat spot on these 3 sides of the chassis I designed. That way they slide in perfectly and don't interfere at all. And I did this custom chassis in a silk white with some silk copper accent lines. Just thought it kind of added, just felt right for this one. You've got our CFX, and you've got access to your SD card right here. You pull that out, add your fonts, whatever you want to do. If you do need to plug something in, you can unscrew these a little bit, and then very gently, because this is still wired to the switch and the emitter, you can slide it out until the board is visible, and then just use like a wooden stick or something plastic to, on the corner, just pop that up a little bit. It's just press fit in. It's very tight, but it can come up, and then you'll be able to plug in your micro USB if you need to do anything on there. Now we've got our 18650. I've got a flat top in here. There is room if you want to do a
goodness. You're not one to trifle with, are you?
A button top would fit just fine. So let's go ahead and put this on, and you'll notice the copper side goes up. Then you put your screws in, and you're good to go. This is CFX. There's no kill switch. So as long as their deep sleep works fine, you will really only have to remove those screws and open it if you need to recharge a battery, or if you want to add more fonts. Let's see, we've got a Shtok V4 Eco Emitter PCB up here, and as I should have talked about, there's a 28mm dark side speaker in here, and that's really about all there is to it. We got 2 switches, so to activate,
Our guests have arrived.
now since we can't do the 2 buttons together to change the color into a spectrum, what you do is hold aux and
spectrum.
Do a little twist on your wrist, and you can turn it. Since that sounded like Kenobi, let's go with this blue here, and now we're good to go. Now you want to change your sound fonts. You're going to hold the aux.
Sound bank selection.
This is General Kenobi.
Ancient prophecies.
So this is configured with the stock, the base sound fonts for the current Crystal Focus package. I really haven't gone through and changed colors, sound profiles, any of that stuff, because I'm not as comfortable with that, and I don't presume to know exactly how the owner wants this configured, so I will leave that up to him. It's very easy to configure, but that's really about all there is to this. It's just a very classy hilt, and one thing I will mention is this one does not have any blade retention screws. They gave a pattern on a little piece where you could print to line it up to drill one. I do not have the facilities to drill or tap anything. So what I've done with my test blade here is I just wrapped some there's a heat tape on here for now, and that's holding it just fine. Should you want to have that drilled and tapped, honestly I would just put a little cover over that and it could easily be drilled out, but I don't really see where. I mean, it would have to be right up here in that angle because there's just not much depth here, and then all of this area up here is kind of taken up by this detail work. So if you are wanting to put something in, I would suggest maybe a piece of tape around there for now, and just get it press fit in there. But if you're just going to be displaying this and using it occasionally, I don't know that it's really necessary to have it completely drilled and tapped. But if you have any questions, you know how to get a hold of me. I will be contacting you to see if you want me to get this one in the mail right away. I've got several others of yours in the queue waiting to be done. So I hope you're satisfied with how this turned out. I think it's fantastic hilt, and that's all I've got for today. Thank you.